With 19 News Now, coming to you from our digital desk. Here momentarily, we're going to be taking you into the Cuyahoga County Court of Common Pleas, where we expect to see the second person accused in the West 6th mass shooting that happened a few weeks ago. This is going to be the initial arraignment, the arraignment for Kevin Del Valle Salomon. He is accused of being the getaway driver in the West 6th shooting. Now, he was not the gunman, according to authorities. That was Jalen Jennings. He is accused of pulling the trigger on that crowd of people who were standing out on the street on West 6th in Cleveland's Warehouse District. It was very late at night, or actually it was early in the morning. It was as the bars were closing around 2:30 on July 9th. Actually, let me get the correct date on that. It was July 9th at about 2:30 in the morning. Now, what's interesting in the state of Ohio, and right now the judge is just reading the rights. This is one of those mass arraignments, mass initial appearances. So multiple people are getting instructions now what their rights are, what their constitutional rights, how this is going to play out. Arraignments like these are very quick. You come up to the podium, usually either defended by a public defender, or if you have an attorney with you, the accusations are read. It's very quick what you're facing in charges. In the state of Ohio, even though Kevin Del Valle Salomon was not the gunman, according to authorities, because he was part of the crime, because he was the getaway driver, he can be charged with the same crime as the man who pulled the trigger. So he will also be facing 9 counts of attempted murder and 18 counts of felony assault. That's what the charges have already. They've been leveled against Jalen Jennings. He will be facing the same sort of charges. Just to refresh your memory, in case you need it, let's show you some of the body cam video from that early morning shooting, July 9th at about 2:30. Take a listen and you'll hear the amount of gunfire that went off. That was the actual shooting. 9 people were hit. No one miraculously was killed. And the investigation was swift. Multiple agencies were involved, including the FBI, the Cleveland Police Department, the U.S. Marshals. And that is what has led us here to the initial arraignment for Kevin Del Valle Salomon, about to make an appearance. Again, because this is a mass arraignment, we're not exactly sure if he will be first, if there will be others that will be making their initial appearance before him. Now, what we have seen in the past with Jalen Jennings, the accused shooter, he did go first and he appeared via video arraignment. His bail set at $9 million, which was one of the highest I have ever heard of in my career, and almost equally high, $5 million was set for Del Valle Salomon, and that's who we're expecting here in court for his initial arraignment. Let's take a listen now live into county court.
Okay, and after your case has been arraigned, please step and visit the deputy sheriff, and he's got further instructions for you.
So the piece of paper you're going to get, I'm going to give you as your bond information.
So again, just final instructions being given by Judge Kevin Kelly. He may look familiar, former city council member, now an elected judge, as we wait for the arraignment of Kevin Del Valle Salomon.
Kevin Valle Salomon, 682-899, co-defendant B.
Morning, Sheffy. How are you? Good.
And as you heard, Kevin Del Valle Salomon, there he is taking a seat. His arraignment will be first.
Good morning.
Kevin Cassidy here on behalf of Kevin Del Valle Salomon. Respect the judge, we waive 24-hour notice. We waive reading of the indictment, begin our not guilty plea, and ask for a reasonable bond.
Thank you. Mr. Mack, on behalf of the state of Ohio.
Your Honor, the bond commission is recommending a $1 million cash surety property bond. The state is asking for the $9 million cash surety property bond, which was the bond for the co-defendant that was previously cited. This is the case involving the shooting in the warehouse district.
Never accept not guilty plea. I believe a $1 million cash surety property bond is enough to ensure his appearance and public safety. No contact with the victims, with court supervised release, GPS standard if he were to make bond. This will be assigned to the docket of Judge Jennifer O'Donnell. Kevin Copperkey will continue to be your attorney. First pretrial in this matter is the 7th of August at 9 a.m.
Very good. Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll come to the courtroom. Daniel Sinchuk, 682-499.
And that is going to be it for Kevin DeValle Salomon. As you heard, the state wanted the same $9 million bond that was set for Jalen Jennings. The judge showing some leniency, taking the initial $5 million bond, reducing it to $1 million. You heard him say that that should be enough to ensure that he stays in jail until he goes to trial. So a not guilty plea entered for DeValle Salomon by his attorney. $1 million bond set for the defendant. Of course, it's cash surety. He would have to come up with $100,000 to be able to get out of jail, he or his family. And his next pretrial date set for August 7th at 9 a.m., less than a week away. That's going to wrap it up. Again, we said arraignments are usually very quick. The not guilty, it's just the next step in the process. Not guilty plea entered on all of the charges he is facing, which includes 9 counts of attempted murder. He was not the accused gunman. He is the accused getaway driver. But when you are involved in a crime like that, you can be charged with the same amounts and the same crimes that the person who pulled the trigger is facing. So he too will face 9 counts of attempted murder. If we have any other breaking news, we'll bring it to you here on our digital platforms. If we haven't had anything yet, we'll see you at 11 o'clock on CW 43 or our noon news on Channel 19. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News Now. Have a good afternoon.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social